Alright, so in this video we will be starting the manual enumeration on Linux system for privilege escalation. Okay, so first of all, what enumeration is, it's like gathering information for who you are logged into, what permission you have, and what processes are running, and a bunch of other stuff. And over here you can see we have added the word manual with enumeration, so it just means that we will be doing everything manually. And why do we even need manual enumeration is that we have actually few reasons. So automatic tool, we do have automated tool for enumeration, but they sometimes don't actually find out the real things or misconfiguration that we could find with the manual enumeration. So that's the one of the reason why we go with the manual enumeration. The second one is automated tool cannot actually replace manual investigation, because it's more better. It takes time, I know, but it's better. You get to see everything and you have to understand the system and things, so that you will then see, so only then you will find out the real and information that might help you in the privilege escalation. And two more reason over here, you can see right here, and this just will skip this one, and this one just as I told you, this one let us to the manual enumeration let us to understand the target environment or machine more better. So in this video, actually not specifically in only this video, but this will be like a mini series on manual enumeration in Linux system for privilege escalation. So overall we will cover who you are, like what user you are currently logged into, what are your privileges and limitation, who you are, the system role and stuff. We will also look for the services and processes that are running, and we will look if we can somehow exploit them or no. And we'll also cover what files are accessible for us and what other resources we can reach. And then we will come to the schedule task exploitation that might help us in privilege escalation. If you remember, when I was doing the Windows privilege escalation, I covered this Windows schedule exploitations. So what it was is that we were trying to first of all find out all of the schedule task, and then we will look for a specific schedule task, and for the user who will run the schedule task, and then we will see if we could somehow exploit and hijack the schedule task or no. Let me actually show you the video I am talking about for the Windows privilege escalation. So this was specifically this video that I discussed the schedule task exploitation for Windows. Now, as I said, we will also cover the same thing for Linux as well, and we'll also see some of the misconfiguration, weak permission, and the outdated software. We will look for the installed software, and then we will find out what are their version, and then we will look if there is any vulnerability for that specific version of the software that is installed on the target Linux machine. So what we gonna do now is, first of all, we will just start with the user context and account information. So it's not like that easy. I mean, the privilege escalation, like going from regular user to root user in Linux, you actually have to do enumeration and gather as much as information you can, and then you will plan out the attack, what you gonna do and how you gonna do. Without doing all these things, you cannot actually do the privilege escalation. It will be like so hard and take you so much time and just waste your time. So we need to understand all of these stuff and gather as much as information we can gather. So the very first thing is we will gather information like who we are, the user who we are currently logged into, and what he can do, what privilege do he have. And we will also see what that specific user like different groups, what are the group that he belongs to. So it will give us a little bit idea who this user is, what he can do, and what are the different groups that he belongs to. Just being in different group also give you some kind of access, and it's like helpful for privilege escalation. So let's just first of all see what we gonna do is we have the id command. So when you type the id command in the Kali Linux or Linux in terminal, and what it gonna do is it will show you not just your username. Like over here you can see, I think it's like a bit hard to see. I will go to the Kali Linux and type the id command over there, and I will then show you. So it will first give the username that we are logged into, and as well as the user id. What is the user id? I will just tell what this is as well, because I have already explained this, and it will also show the primary group of the user we are logged into. Okay, and all of the group you are or this user is a member of. So I'm on the Kali Linux, and let me just open the terminal, and we will then type the id command. Let me just make it big before typing the id command. I think it's perfect now. Okay, so we get this output, and what this output is, I type the id command. It just give me the current user we are logging into, which is this guy, and my user id is this. So what user id is, actually we have three types of id. I think I should say three types, or let me just explain. So we have the regular user, the and another accounts that is for the system services and stuff, like the services account and network account, and one is the root account. So the user id for root is 0. It will always be 0. Okay, and for the services and network related account, the id start from 1 to 999, and for the regular user, what happens is that it start from 1000. So it just means that the very first user ever created on this Linux machine is this guy, and its id is this. If I create a new user, my its id will be 1001. So right now my id is this, and usually the group id, this gid mean group id, is usually the same as the user id. Same is the case for the group name. So usually the group name is also same as the username, and from here just show the rest of the group this user also belongs to. So you can see this is the user, this user belongs to this group, this and a bunch of these. So as I said earlier, being in different group might also give you a way to privilege escalation. So over here you can see, let me make it like this. Being in groups like sudo, docker, lxd, disk or video, they can actually give you some unexpected path to root access. Okay, so right here you can see these are some group that what it does is, this when you belongs to cd-rom group, it just give you access to the cd-rom drive, and if you belongs to the video group, it give you access to the video devices. I don't know what this is exactly, but when you belongs to this, what it does, it can help you to capture or take the screenshot of your current screen. And if you belong to this group, what it does is it let you configure printers, okay, some printer related stuff, and the scanner group just let you access scanning devices. Like when you are a member of this group, you can do the scanning for the connected devices. And if I scroll a little bit, you can see over here, so if you belong to sudo group, it let you run any command as root. So this is very perfect, that if somehow we belongs to this group, we can actually run commands as root. And if we belong to docker group, we can do this. Same is the case for this group, and as I said for this. And if you belongs to the adm group, what you can do is you can read the system logs. So system logs might contain some credential, so maybe the system log contains some credential. And then we have the shadow. So this is like the biggest core mine for us. If we belong to this group, we can actually read this file, and what this file is, it contains the password hashes for all of the user. So when we see the password hashes, we can use that and try to log in into another user and get the root access. So over here, what groups we belong to is, one is the adm. This will help us to see the system log and different stuff, and a bunch of different groups. And you can see right here we also belongs to sudo group and the video group, and yep. So this will let us to see the system log, and this will run the command as sudo. But to run commands with sudo as this user, we will need a password for this user. So first of all, we will need a password for that, and then, but even you don't have the password for this user, you can just use this group permission and read the system log. So to see the system log, it's actually in this specific directory var/log. So here all of the logs are present. We will see what are the different logs that we can see and are present in this place. So I will just move to this place and type ls and see what are the different file over here. Okay, so we do see a lot of files, so it's not must, but what might help us is the auth.log contains authorization related log, and we do also have this kernel log. Like when you boot up your Kali Linux, it will contain that information and a bunch of stuff. And the another one is this will contain user related information, and this is the system log. So you can just type the cat and find out what's inside the log by just typing the log name. And over here I just type the user.log and it's just showing me a bunch of information. And if we type syslog, it will just cat syslog. Yeah, it's showing this much information. Like, so this file contain all of the system logs. So it's like showing when I logged in into Kali Linux and what I open and when I move to the root user and a bunch of other information. So I think that's enough for this video. In the next video we will be actually finding out what are the other user that exist on the our Kali Linux or the Linux machine. So for example, if you find any service or process running as different user, maybe we can somehow hijack to their process or just exploit their scheduled task. So we need to understand what are the different user on the same machine, what group they belong to and what they can do. So my plan is like this. This is the video right now I am doing, and the next video we will be finding out the other user, and then we will do this and in this sequence. So this is all about the manual enumeration. Once we cover that, we will then move to the automated enumeration with some tool that will do the manual enumeration, like not fully completed 100% perfect, but it can make our life easier and save our time. And then we will just do also a little bit of manuals. So combining both will be like the best combo. The efficiency will be high and it will save the time. And once we cover this one as well, we will then cover these modules as well. My focus is right now on this specific one, so I will have to cover this, and then once I cover these videos I will then move to this one. So the next video we will find out what are the other users that exist on the compromised Linux machine. I will just see you in the next one. Peace out.